Hey, I'm Seb Smee.
And I'm Dylan Lambert.
And it's time we have a real talk about our top 10 films of 2024.
I was thinking 2024 because there were so many movies due to come out in 2025. 2024 was just delayed. And now they've delayed all the 2025 movies.
It's true.
So, bye, Batman.
We'll talk later about what we're looking forward to this year in 2025. But I guess we should just jump right into what's happening. So, do you think the best way to do this is that, like, you do your number 10, then I do my number 10, then you do your number 9, like that?
Yeah, okay, I think so.
Okay. Do you want to start us off?
Boy, would I ever want to start us off, Seb.
Alrighty. Number 10.
Number 10.
Take us away.
Alright, so number 10. My number 10 is an animated film. Woo, starting off with animation. Alright, my number 10 is Inside Out 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I thought Inside Out 2 was more interesting than Inside Out 1, but I thought the story in Inside Out 1 was better written.
Yeah.
I don't think I established an emotional connection well enough to the new characters in order to put it any higher on my list. But I can see the merit in why Inside Out 2 was a generational film for all the children.
Yeah, look, I mean, you know that I like the film. Like, when I was in the cinema, I saw it, I think, twice in cinemas, and I cried both times. Like, you know that I connected, but you also know that how I kind of feel about people's hype around it, that I'm not... Like, I saw a top 10 list from, like, an actual film critic, and it was in his top 10, and I was like, you watch every single movie. Like, this year, or last year, I guess, we were pretty, like, here and there with what we watched. Like, we didn't see everything.
Yeah. Going
into this year, at least for myself, I'm like, I want to see every single movie that, like on the first, we saw the 2 movies that came out that day because we were like, let's get these off, like, let's hit through them. So we've obviously seen a different, kind of wealth of movies this year to what we should have to make a valid top 10. But anyway, my number 10 film, it wasn't actually originally here. It's been bumped onto it. It was originally like 12th or something. But I think just sitting on it, I've realized that it was better than what I had. And most people would think it should be higher. But my number 10 film is Challenges. With Zendaya, with my Fast. The Dennis one. It's the Dennis film. Yeah, look, I saw it very close to its release, which was like start of the year, middle of the year. Like, it was a long time ago, so I remember very little. But it's just one of those films where everybody knows that it's good. Like, even if you didn't enjoy it, you're still like, that was a really good movie. It made tennis interesting, so it has to, you have to give it some merit. Like, it is an enthralling movie about tennis.
Yeah.
It's the relationships with everyone. It's just incredibly well acted. Yeah, I guess it's just one of those films that is just a good film. It's got the same vibe as like A Social Network and stuff like that, where not everybody loves it, but those who don't love it are like, it's a very good movie, and I commend it for that. Did you see it?
I did not. I did not see it.
Yeah, you got to get onto it.
I do have to get onto that.
Anyway, number 9.
Number 9. Number 9 came out like 30 years after the original movie. I think that gives it away. I picked Beetlejuice for my number 9. It was just so zany. Yeah. It captured the essence of the original movie so well, and I just thought it was immaculate. When I was first watching it in the cinema, I was like, wow, this feels like I'm watching a Beetlejuice sequel.
Well, good news.
Good news. It was a Beetlejuice sequel.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And I like the fact that they brought back all the practical elements of it. Like the sandworm was done the exact same way in stop motion. It was like, I was expecting them to do like CGI. The only reason it's not higher is because I don't think there was like a running villain. Like, there was 2 villains, but they were
it was a bit
the
storyline.
Yeah. Like, they introduced his like ex-wife or girlfriend, and she did like nothing the entire time. It's the exact same for the other guy. I don't even remember his name because he was so irrelevant.
Lydia's daughter, like Jenna Ortega's boyfriend.
Yeah, and he like tricks her, and that's the reason why they go to the afterlife. But that's basically the only thing, like the only reason. It's kind of, I don't know. That's why it's not higher.
Yeah,
But
I think it was originally my number 10 or 11, but I just didn't. I don't know. Like, I really enjoyed it, but something wasn't clicking. Anyway, I have got... Originally, I had a couple controversial, but I think this is going to be... No, I think I have maybe 2 or 3. Anyway, my number 9 is a new film,
ooh,
a Netflix exclusive film, Carry On. Now,
I knew that.
watched this with... I was with you. You didn't watch it with me.
Yeah, I didn't watch it with you.
I watched it on the train to Sydney. I finished it in a McDonald's in Sydney because I was like, we need to go somewhere. I need to finish this film. Yeah, it was just... I think when you go in for a Netflix original or films that are, pardon me, it's exclusive to Netflix, it's kind of a bit like, okay, let's see how this goes. And I'd seen reviews that weren't good, they weren't. And so then just watching it, I was like, it's just really good. If I can be on a train watching a movie on my laptop with the most screen glare you've ever seen and still be like, oh my god, this is amazing. Oh my god, what's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay, you cooked. I'm like, I applaud that. So yeah, Carry On. Just go watch it. You can see it. You can go watch it in your living room right now on your TV.
If you have a Netflix subscription.
Yeah, just watch it. That's all I can say, really.
I think it's pretty easily accessible too. So, anyway, number 7 for me.
Number 8?
Number 8 for me. I have said a couple. I don't think I've ever said something on the podcast about it, but I said stuff I said about it, and said I was going on about how I just didn't think it was that good, but I can appreciate the cinematography and all the work that went into it, which is why my number 8 is Dune Part 2. I've been pretty open about how I got really bored during this film, but like Seb was saying before, I think it's a movie that you can go into and not like it, but still appreciate it's a really good movie, and that's what it's like for Dune Part 2 for me. The cinematography was amazing. The sandworms were so cool to watch on screen. I think it was just it's a talking movie. It's not really an action movie, which I generally seem to enjoy. It's just, I don't know. Plus, Zendaya's performance kind of dragged it down for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the biggest Zendaya fan, but, you know.
You've seen Casey Undercover?
I haven't.
It's a Disney show.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe I'll have to watch it.
Anyway, yeah, talking and not action is quite literally, if you describe my movie in 4 words, that's exactly what it would be. My number 8 movie is a film I watched yesterday, sitting right here on a very legal website on my TV, which is sitting right where the camera is if you're watching on YouTube. It's Heretic. This is a movie that I was determined to see in cinemas. I was like, oh my god, I need to see this. It looks incredible. I didn't. I wasn't hearing anyone any big praising for the film. I wasn't hearing anything about it. All of a sudden, everyone's doing their top 10 list, and they're like, this is number 3. This is incredible. So I was like, oh my god, I need to watch it before this episode. And so I watched it yesterday, and first 10 minutes, I was thinking, I'm really disappointed because I'm so tired. It's 8 a.m. Sorry. I'm really disappointed because if I saw this movie in the cinema, I think it would make my top 10 easily. But because I'm watching it at home, I'm not going to be able to appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that happens with a lot of my movies, which is funny to say because 3 of these I've watched at home. But I just had that feeling. But then by the end of it, I was like, oh my god, this is just really good. And I'm really disappointed I didn't see it in cinemas. But it was talking, no action, no fancy anything the entire time. But yeah, Hugh Grant was amazing. He deserves accolades, which he's not going to get, but he deserves them. Anyway,
yeah,
number 7, take us away.
Okay. Now number 7.
The real number 7.
The real number 7. The other one was a fake. This is we went to see this in cinemas. Actually, we're the +1.
It's the Garfield movie.
Maybe not. Anyway,
No, because that's your number one.
yeah, no, it's my number one. Just wait until we get a number one. It's Deadpool and Wolverine. Very good. I loved it. I always love the Deadpool films. They are so good. I love seeing Hugh Jackman in anything. He's just so handsome, and I love him so much. It was so fun, and it was such a refreshing movie coming from the MCU, which, let's be honest, was kind of going on a major downcline. Like, oh my god. And then and then like bringing the multiverse into it was such a good idea as well. It's such a also refreshing way to see them use it in that way. They hadn't really used it since Loki. Like, I don't know if you'd seen Loki, the movie, the TV show. Have you seen it? No.
I've seen no Marvel stuff. Like,
yeah. But they hadn't used any of that stuff, at least well, since that show, and that was like 2 years. I think that ended. Oh no, it was like probably a year before the movie came out. Loki season 2. But I just really enjoy seeing Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman on screen together. I think they have a lot of chemistry.
Great. It was very good.
It was very good, and I think that was it was just an experience to watch in the cinema.
Yes, on release day.
On release day as well. Yeah, I forgot we saw it on release day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really
good.
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I look at my Letterboxd list of on Letterboxd. You can do the list, and I rank all of my 2024 films on a list. And I look at it, and I always see it towards the bottom, and I'm like, that's such a shame. I feel bad, but it's because I've liked so many films this year that I only really didn't like my last like two, which are Mean Girls and the Garfield movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are the only two films.
What do you mean? The Garfield movie was the best movie that came out.
Those are the only two films that I've actively disliked. And so, like, it's kind of, I feel bad because like The Watchers is third last, which I genuinely really enjoyed. So it's a bit of a big jump. Anyway, number 7 for me. Another recent release in Australia. One that's up for Best Picture. Or at least people think it will be. I'm really tired. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Honora. It's about a sex worker.
Oh.
So Dylan, cover your ears. But no, it's one of those films that is also just really good. And I have said that I think I enjoyed it more because of all the buzz around it, and because everyone is like, this film is amazing, oh my god, it's going to win lots of awards. So I think I feel like I like it more because of that. But I also just appreciate that it's very well made, and there's a reason that it would be up for those, you know, there's a reason people think that.
Yeah.
So I guess that's my kind of, yeah, and I think it deserves it. I've sat on this list for like a week now, so I think it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. And in a week when I rewatch this stuff, then there's going to be things I change and everything. Also, take note, a lot of the biggest movies in America in 2024, in Australia, release in 2025. And I wasn't sure how to approach it, if we should do US releases or Australian. But I think it's a lot easier for us if we just say Australian. So stuff like Nosferatu and Emilia Perez, that's all in our 2020, and like Brutalist, September 5, that's all next year for us, which is annoying, but that is how it works. Anyway, Honora is my number 7. Please,
take it
number
away.
6.
Number 6. We're nearly in our top 5.
Yes, almost.
I don't know if you saw this movie. I did say you probably should.
Is it this one?
I don't know what that is.
It is. Okay.
Yep. But everyone was raving about it. I wasn't too sure if it was worth the hype, because it is animated and it's harder, and it is Transformers 1. Transformers 1. Oh my god!
Because I'm so annoyed, and you know how annoyed I didn't see the freaking movie. Just talk to me all about it.
It was an experience in the cinema. Seeing Megatron's descent from being this hero and being this person for the people, descent into this like madness where he was just like Oh my god! And then Optimus, they were like best friends. They were best friends at the start of the film, and then you suddenly see them like Optimus is going down this righteous path where it's like he wants to, because Sentinel Prime's obviously the main villain, and he wants to like lock Sentinel Prime away for what he's done, but Megatron just wants to kill him. Megatron just wants to like, and then Megatron like at the end the fight sequence between Optimus Prime and Megatron, holy, and the animation, it wasn't the best at all parts. But
I was raving to Dylan. I didn't see it, but I was raving to Dylan about this. I was like, "Oh my god, we need to see this. Like, this movie's insane. It's getting insane reviews." And I just never got the chance to. You like your mum or something.
yeah, I did
And I just never had the chance to
watch it.
Ugh. Anyway,
Yeah, like the animation, it wasn't the best at sometimes, but there were parts, like the most important parts that really counted. I think I was on Spider-Verse level animation, dude, and that's insane to me. Like there's a sequence at the end where he's like falling through Primus, which is the planet they're on, and it was just so pretty. It was so pretty to watch. So that's my number 6.
wow. Alrighty. My number 6 is another and the final Netflix digital streaming release that I have on my top 10.
Ooh.
And when I saw this movie, oh my god. Oh my god. I actually can't even put into words how much I was like, this is the best thing that I've seen this year. And that movie is Hitman on Netflix. Oh my god. Hitman. It was so good. So good. Glenn Powell is the most transformative actor that I genuinely pretty much almost watched this is in my top, like, it's one of my top performances of the year. Like, next year we'll do a full awards, we'll do top performances, best cinematography, we'll do everything. And if we did a best performer, he'd be on it. Oh my god. It was just amazing. Like, I really can't even say that much more. I was in bed watching it on my laptop. I've talked about this on the podcast. The government would call me. I'd say, "I'm sorry, I'm watching Hitman." like this is, yeah. I've raved about it on here before, so I won't go too long. But
No, that's rather impressive too, because you're watching it on your laptop, not in the
I know I was on
not
my
in the
laptop,
cinema, because
I
it
was
never released in cinema.
lying in bed, just watching this movie because it came up on Netflix.
I think with Netflix original releases as well, it's a lot more impressive when they like wow you, because you're not watching it in the
Exactly.
theater, you're watching it like
It's like,
on your
so
phone.
it's not going to cinemas, it's going to Netflix. What's happening here? But yeah. Anyway, do you want to start us off with our top five? Films?
Yes,
Wanna give us
I will
number
gladly
5?
do that. Which
Do you think we're going to match on any of our films? Do you think we're going to have the same thing for any?
I think so.
I think when it gets to the bottom,
Yeah, I think we're gonna get top 3. We might have some of the matching.
I think top 2 we will, because I know what I know what you're thinking. Okay, anyway, number 5, take us away. I know what your top 3 films are. Can I say that?
Do you? I don't think you do. I was surprised myself when I
really?
Yeah, I was.
Oh crap!
So I don't think. Anyway,
Okay.
like, and this one might surprise you a lot for my number 5, because I was raving about it so much, like so much when we left the theater. And that's Long Legs.
Okay.
Number 5 is Long Legs for me.
Okay.
It was an experience when we were in the theater, because
I don't know your top 3. I lied.
Where was that for you on my top 3?
I thought it was going to be number 2
Oh really?
or 1.
Or 1? No, it's my 5. Because when I think we've talked about this before. When Seb and I left the theater, like it was completely empty. There was like
drive home.
there was like
and the
2
car park.
people, and then we walked outside the theater. There was no one in the parking lot. There's like maybe 300 parking spaces in that parking lot.
Well,
No
there's
one.
one car, and it's like headlights are on, and in the movie you see the car with the headlights, and that means that it's like Long Legs.
Yeah, and we walked outside, and there was like the only sound you could hear was the buzzing from like the movie logo, like the cinema logo. And that drive home was crazy. But I'm not even talking about the movie right now. The movie was insane. Nicolas Cage's performance, he's not renowned for being the best actor, but his performance genuinely made me unsettled. And I can't say for many films that I get unsettled. like I think Longlegs was maybe like the first film I think I've ever seen that made me that unsettled.
It was bad.
It was bad.
We were. And then I went and saw it 2 more times.
I know. I'm just glad my birthday's not on the 14th.
Yeah, God. Anyway, funny that that Longlegs is your number 5, because I think our top 3 films are what we would consider. I'm gonna break it now too, and I'm gonna say my number 5 is The Wild Robot.
Oh, where did I have my Wild Robot? Ooh, I know where I put mine.
Okay, The Wild Robot is my number 5, and I wish that I saw it earlier so I could see it twice in cinemas.
Yeah.
Because I saw it once towards the end of the run, and it was immaculate, like it is. It is the best animated film of the year. It's gonna win the Academy Award. It's gonna win all of this stuff, as it should. Hopefully, the song "Kiss the Sky" takes out some stuff too in the different categories, because it should, and this film should, and the voice acting was brilliant. Why there's not a voice acting category, which is insane.
Is there actually not?
No, it's just performance. But yeah, look, I don't really have much more to say, because I think everyone knows how brilliant this film is. So I'm not going to sit and rave about it. But yeah, it just didn't. I think if I saw it another time, it would crack my top 4. But I do have a very big recency bias on the next 2. So pay that into consideration. But yeah, my number 5 is The Wild Robot.
Number 4. Number 4. I don't think... I tried very hard not to do recency. But I think I've done it for this next movie. Number 4. Seb and I also went to see this. We were at the very back of the theater too, which is like crazy. Really? Sonic 3.
Oh, wow.
Sonic 3. I loved the first Sonic movie. It was okay. Second Sonic movie. Oh, we're getting somewhere. The third Sonic movie. Dude. Everyone's performance in that was insane. Like, Jim Carrey coming back out of retirement to do a Sonic 3 movie.
Too.
Double duty. He played 2 characters at the same time. And then Keanu Reeves. I did not know, like, Keanu Reeves... it's obviously one of the actors of all time, right? But I did not know that he could, like, voice act
That was great.
that well. He was great in it. And I was really nervous for the movie because I thought they were going to just, like, sideline Shadow, because I'm a big fan of the Sonic series. And I thought they were just going to, like, sideline him, have him, like, as a side villain, not explore his character, and then bring him back for the end for, like, this big, like, finale. But that's just not what happened. The movie mainly focused on Shadow. And, like, I feel like through the movie, Sonic was the side character. And I was so happy when they did that. I was so happy. And I think, minor spoiler warning, but, like, it's the end of the year. So if you haven't seen the movie, it's, like, on you.
It came out 5 days ago.
Yeah. Did it come out 5 days ago?
It was Boxing Day, wasn't it?
Was it Boxing Day? I don't care.
No, we saw it before, but...
Yeah, we saw it.
I don't know. Keep yapping.
No.
Keep yapping, man.
Oh my god. The Super Sonic and Super Shadow fight at the very end. I was so happy. I was so happy to see that. And
mid-credit scene?
The mid-credit scene with... it was so good.
Metal Sonic and
with Metal Sonic and Amy. Oh my god, I'm so happy. And I don't know if you've seen this. Jim Carrey did an interview afterwards.
And he said
he'd be open to do a fourth movie. Yeah. I'm so happy. I love Jim Carrey as an actor.
Goodness,
he's so funny.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I'll stop raving about Sonic 3.
Yeah,
let you go and I'll do your fourth.
Anyway, my number 4 film is contender for a recency bias. But I think it's also just something that I really connected with, and I thought what it did. I love saying this stuff when you guys don't know what I'm talking about yet. Like, I love it's so good. I thought what it did, like, and this is a bit of a cliche term, but it seriously broke a mold. Like, it seriously broke a mold. And I'm so excited to see more biopic films follow its pace.
I know what this is.
My number 4 film is Robbie Williams' Better Man. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Seriously. Like, I cannot tell you enough. You need to see this film.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm so upset.
It is more than a movie. It's a deep dive into mental health and fame. It is in the words of Lee Livingston from Popcorn Podcast, it is more than anything, it's a love letter to his granny, and it's beautiful. It is just a really, really good piece of cinema that took the biggest risk it could have taken, like, ever. The only thing that could have been a bigger risk was making Robbie Williams a girl or something, but they made him a monkey, and it is brilliant. Like, it's amazing. I know someone in the film, the brilliant Liam Head, who's one of the members of Take That, and it's just beautiful. Like, everything about the film, the dance sequences, it's just everything. Like, John Davies doing the motion capture for like young adult Robbie is brilliant. Robbie's voice acting throughout it all is incredible. Yeah,
I think they took a big chance making him a CGI monkey too. I think it was a huge.
It's really interesting because it's like a crazy thing. Oh my god! But and I shout out to Lee and Tim from Popcorn Podcast because I listened to their review of this the other day and it's still in my head. It's interesting because I feel like when watching it, we as humans care more for animals than we do for humans. So it's a lot easier to see a monkey be sad and go, oh my god, that is devastating, that's so hard, than just to see some white guy be sad. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we see sad white guys every day when we're walking to Coles, but you see a sad monkey and you go, oh, you're scrolling through Facebook, oh, that's such a sad monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just brilliant. Like, the design, like the VFX and everything is, yeah. Number 3. Give us your top 3.
Top 3. Okay, let's
do
break
this.
them all.
Crack into it. Top 3 films of 2024. Dylan?
Okay. So, DreamWorks is very hit or miss recently because Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, immaculate, so good. And then we went to Kung Fu Panda 4 and I was like, oh, okay. They're going down the Disney road. It's getting lazy, cash grab.
Can you grab me that blanket? Like,
yeah, sure.
thanks. Sorry. Anyway,
Intermission.
Yeah. I actually have no idea what you're talking about right now. I'm thinking, what is DreamWorks that I've seen this year? I don't know. I actually have no idea. I should have got this at the start to cover my feet.
No, but and then this movie came around and completely revitalized because I love DreamWorks. DreamWorks.
I actually have no idea what you're talking about. I'll be honest.
Really?
You're gonna say it. I'm gonna know, but I don't think I've seen it.
The Wild Robot. It's DreamWorks.
Oh, is it?
It's DreamWorks.
Oh, is it DreamWorks?
It's so good.
Okay.
And so I don't think I have much more to say than Seb from before.
Yeah.
But I will quickly rave about it. Pedro Pascal's voice performance was so good. He's very good in everything, I think, but he fit his character so well. I think it was a great casting choice. The animation was so beautiful.
No comment on the Lupita. Go on, crack her last name. Go on.
Oh, I actually didn't know who voiced the main robot.
She's from she was in Jordan Peele. She was in Us, Jordan Peele. It's like Lupita Nyong'o or something. Don't crucify me. I don't know. Her name's Lupita.
Yeah.
She's brilliant.
But the animation, I'm going to dive a bit deeper into it.
Yeah, please.
There was a part, I don't know if you remember, where the wild robot went up to a tree and it was covered in butterflies. And I think she put her hand on the tree and all the butterflies went like everywhere. That was insane. You know how long that would have taken to animate? Oh my god. And the colors were so pretty. And I just thought while I was sitting there with Seb, but I just thought while I was watching it, I was like, this is top animated film of the year. Like
Of the century.
It broke so many molds and it was just like, I think, now this is a hot take. I think the animation was better than Spider-Verse in Wild Robot.
I think the Wild Robot has higher highs, but I think it also has lower lows.
That's
I
actually
think the
totally
best
fair.
parts of Wild Robot are better than the best parts of Spider-Verse, but I think the worst parts are worse than the worst parts of Spider-Verse.
I really think the only
not that there's parts that are bad,
yeah.
but just like, you know what I mean? It lacks in some spots.
No, I think the only part of Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, that really matched it, because people were raving about it because of like the comic book style animation, which was like unheard of in the industry. I think the only part of it that matches now that it's been like a couple of years is the part where he's jumping off the building and he's like, and the song "What Up Danger" is playing in the background. I think that's the only real part that like contends for the animation in Wild Robot. But anyway, I've been raising too much. Let's Seb get onto his number 3.
Because he had all the exaggerated swagger of lactane.
Yeah.
Anyway, my number 3 spot is another recency bias. It is Jesse Eisenberg's A Real Pain.
I don't think I've heard of that one. I haven't heard of that movie.
I told you yesterday I think I'm going to go see it.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Again.
It's just a forgettable title.
I saw it a week ago. It's just one of those films that you just kind of are like... It's not a movie. It seems more like a documentary. Not that it's shot in the style. It's shot artistically like a film. But it's just real. Like, you know what I mean?
Talk.
Number 4 is a monkey. My number 5 was animation. My number 6 was about a hitman. Like, it's just a real story. It's just 2 cousins who aren't as tight and they go on a trip. Like, it's one that I need to see again this week before it leaves. And it's a film that won't lose all its impact on digital, but it's just something that you just kind of get lost in, and it's just really beautiful. Like, Kieran Culkin and Jesse Eisenberg's performances are just stunning, and it's just, you just kind of sit back and you're like, wow, this is really nice. And I actually have nothing else to say because it just kind of left me speechless. It's one of those films, second it's over, I pull out my phone and I do 5 on Letterboxd. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe. Anyway, give me your number 2.
I think we have the same number 1.
I think we do.
I think we do.
Definitely do.
We definitely do. But my number 2, I know you weren't the biggest fan of this movie, actually. You said it was good, but it's
Your
definitely...
Number 2 is Mean Girls.
My number 2 is Garfield the movie. No, we left the theater and I was raving to you about it. I said, this is so good. The franchise is finally back on track. And you were kind of like, and I don't expect it to be number 2 for you or number 1. I don't think it's in your top.
It's not
15.
It's not.
But my number 2, such a love letter to the fans, Alien Romulus. Oh my god. There was only one nitpick I had in the entire movie, and that was when she was like falling and the alien catches her and just like breathes on her. but apart from that, oh my god, it was so good.
It's number 18 for me.
Is it number 18
It's
for you?
behind Deadpool and Wolverine and before Inside Out 2.
Oh, okay. Before Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah. No. And the cinematography in
but it deserves to be high, I will say.
Yeah. The cinematography in it was so good. I love the Alien franchise. One of my favorite franchises. But just going back into the theater and watching, like, clearly I wasn't alive for when the first Alien movie came out. But as a new fan of the Alien series, I was so happy to see a good movie finally back on the big screen. It was such a breath of fresh air. And everyone's acting so good. I forgot his name, but the guy who plays the android in it, dude, was he nominated for anything? Because his Alien Romulus wasn't. You kidding me?
Well, Academy Award nominations come out on the 17th. Golden Globes tomorrow, though, when we're filming this. Oh, Golden Globes will have already happened when this comes out.
When this comes out,
But,
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not.
That's insane to me. He was so good because he basically played like 3 different characters in one movie because of the chips that they put in his neck, which I thought was also really, because obviously they've done that before, but just seeing him go through those like 3 different personalities, I think, was insane. And the way people died in it, it wasn't like, some of them were just like, gruesome, like for the kill things, but most of them, what I think, like actually played deep into the story. Like some of them were just shock value, but like a movie's got to have that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a very valid pick. Anyway, before we jump into our number one, okay, dang it. My number two is another film that for me was just incredible. I know you know what it is, and it's just so good. My number two is Longlegs, and it's just so.
Okay, we have the same number one, so
I know. I don't know. It's just, oh my God! I just want to watch it, and I just want to cry.
It's very hard to put into words how good Longlegs was. Now I'm thinking about it, I think it should be higher on my list, but it's like,
yeah,
okay.
You killed me there. Yeah, look, Longlegs, I know for me, and I highly believe for you, it completely changed how we think of cinema, like of how we want to go into things. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like I before Longlegs, we were like, movies, but after Longlegs, we were like, films, cinema, movies. Like, it really shifted pretty much what our lives are. And so it just, yeah. I really have nothing else to say other than it was just one of those films where the anticipation and the hype was so high, and it delivered immensely, like it did.
Yeah, okay. I'm 99% sure.
No, you are 100% sure.
I'm 100% sure.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah. Okay, do you want to say it on 3?
Oh, do I ever?
Okay.
Do you want to grab that?
I will. Is the Evan Hansen cup?
Of course. Alrighty.
Oh, there's stuff in it. That's okay.
Our favourite Mickey. Our favourite movie of the year. 3, 2, 1. Wicked.
Oh my God.
It's okay. Like, look here. It's the biggest film of the year. It is. It's easily the biggest.
It's like the longest one too, isn't it?
Well, sure. I meant like movie scale wise.
Yes, the movie scale wise, but also
I wouldn't be
longer.
surprised. We're looking at 2-hour 40 runtime when it's based on one act of a 2-hour 45-minute musical. Yeah. Look, I guess what is there really to say about this film other than it's
amazing,
perfect.
Nearly all of the effects in it, apart from like obviously the magic, was practical. The whole sets were. That's insane. The whole entire train, the Emerald Train, that was all practical. That's crazy to me. And then I wasn't too sure about Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo playing the two. They were amazing. Like the Cynthia, I'm pretty sure you remember. There was like a little feud with Cynthia Erivo because of like a Wicked poster. So I wasn't too sure if she'd be the best. I think there could not have been a better casting for Elphaba.
I think she should win the Academy Award.
I think so. I think there could have been better people for Glinda. I think they just picked Ariana Grande because she's a theatre kid and she's also very famous.
She's got the star power.
She's got, yeah.
I agree. I think that somewhere on Earth there would have been a better pick, but I think that it was worth getting Ariana. Because I think now we're going to see her in more things, and I don't hate that.
Yeah, no.
Like, I do not like her as a pop icon, whatever she does. Like, as a musician, I'm not a fan. But as a performer, I think she's brilliant.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. And she was on Broadway, I think, for 13. Yeah. Wait, so this, obviously, theatre's not new for either of them.
No. Cynthia Erivo, Tony winner, you know.
Yeah, the soundtrack. I'm so glad they didn't go with the pop version of Popular that they were thinking of. I'm so glad Ariana stuck with her gut and she was like, the fans are not gonna like this. Let's just do the original one. I'm so happy. Dude, Jeff Goldblum.
He's great.
He was amazing in it. He was so good. Oh my God, the wizard. Look,
we could see her forever. Wicked was really special. We were supposed to go to the world premiere in Sydney, but that kind of fell through. And instead they invited us to their Sydney media screening at Event Cinema George Street. So that was our first time seeing the film a couple of days before it came out, which was brilliant.
You know how hard it was to not talk about it and spoil it to all my
We
friends?
had an embargo signed, so we weren't allowed to say anything about it. But like it's just and then I saw it the next day, the next night in Sydney as well. I was invited to the big State Theatre like preview screening. You can buy tickets for, like with that's where I got all these from, and everything, and posters and stuff. So I saw that. So I saw it 2 times, 2 nights in a row before the film even came out. And then I saw it again last week in cinema with a paid ticket for the first time. And it was just as brilliant. I knew when to go do my pee break. For me, people are saying something bad. Cap, that's an amazing song. Something bad.
Dr.
Fire.
Dillman's song.
Dr. Dillman is brilliant.
Peter Dinklage is so
Peter
good as Dr.
Dinklage,
Dillman.
you can't be walking down that. My pee break in the Wicked movie, here's my announcement. My pee break in the Wicked movie is the scene before the train.
Yeah, no.
And
That's...
the first half of One Short Day, because I also want to try to refill popcorn and stuff as well. So the scene before the train when they're on the platform, that's my pee break.
Really? You were...
And yeah.
You were out getting popcorn in One Short Day.
But they came back before the cameo.
I really like... The Emerald City was done so well. It looks so good. And then Australia has just, in Movie World, they've just released the Wizard of Oz area.
And it looks brilliant.
Does it?
No.
It looks...
Terrible.
It's so terrible. The Emerald City.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. And I was like, oh, that's such a disappointment for all the Wizard of Oz fans and the Wicked fans. But, you know, I don't think there's any more to say about it.
I don't think there is. I'm just having a look at our schedule for this year. Any films that are exceptionally exciting.
You know what? When is Wicked Part 2 coming out?
Wicked Part 2 comes out in November.
This year?
This year.
You're kidding me!
20th of November. It's already filmed.
Oh, no, it is already filmed. I did know that.
Wicked for good.
Just like Squid Game Season 3 is already filmed. Who's excited for that?
So, yeah, look. This year, obviously, Wicked Part 2 is probably our most anticipated film. What we're most excited to see.
Just behind Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
I was going to say FNAF 2 is up there.
FNAF 2, I think...
No matter if this next one will be good, I'm so excited for it. And that's a Minecraft movie.
That movie's going to be awful. That's just my... But I think it's going to be funny awful.
I think you're boring. That's what I think.
Boring?
I think you're boring.
I'm boring.
I think you need to appreciate it. I think you need to have a good time.
Actually,
This is a public service announcement. No one is allowed to go into a Minecraft movie and go, I'm so excited for Gladiator. Like, you need to go in expecting a Minecraft movie.
that is true.
It's not anything special. It is just a Minecraft movie.
As a child, I yearned for the mines.
Okay. That's wrap up time. We're going to be wearing the same clothes in the next 2 episodes because we're filming them all right now. But we'll see you for our Nosferatu review and then our Paddington in Peru review.
I'm actually really excited to film those.
Yeah, well, I've got good news for you. We're doing it in 2 minutes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching episode 5.
The return.
But the unveiling of Real Talk, which we didn't actually talk about, but Real Talk now. Sorry, guys. PSA. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.